Look at this game. This is EPEJSODION Dodgeball. My very first commercial video game. And it's been a year now. We've got EPEJSODION Dodgeball Attack, EPEJSODION Dodgeball Defense, and EPEJSODION Dodgeball Speed. 3 different... different? No, they are not at all different. 3 very similar dodgeball games. They are not perfect though. They are not perfect games at all. In fact, they are all broken really. But they do have some mechanics. They have solid story mode, can be played with others. Wait, can be played with others? Yeah, you can plug in another gamepad and play with others. But they would need to come to me and grab their own gamepad in order to be able to play with me, right? Yeah, right. Do I even have any friends? I don't think so. Does anyone want to play EPEJSODION Dodgeball with me? See, nobody is coming. Well, maybe there is somebody who wants to play EPEJSODION Dodgeball with me, but they might be in distant Japan, because that's well, literally all of the EPEJSODION Dodgeball fan base comes from. But no, they cannot just teleport over here to me, to Poland, to play some obscure dodgeball game which didn't even raise $8,000 in gross revenue right now. Right? Yeah, I won. But still, nobody would come to me to play some EPEJSODION Dodgeball. And what if I could make EPEJSODION Dodgeball, you know, online? What if I could make use of the web and do online matches with others? I know. Play some video games. Yeah, this particular video game. Play EPEJSODION Dodgeball online, and no, not only play EPEJSODION Dodgeball with me. In fact, I want somebody to compete in EPEJSODION Dodgeball to see if anybody will be able to become the champion. Take part in championships. You know, championships. EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships. So, what could EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships possibly be? Well, EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships is going to be a new online video game based in the world of EPEJSODION Dodgeball. But this time with EPEJSODION online features. The same accounts which are used for EPEJSODION Log will be now also used for this new EPEJSODION Dodgeball game. It will also link to EPEJSODION Dodgeball Attack, Defense and Speed for additional unlocks. We will get to that in a second. And you will finally be able to play it against others with your EPEJSODION online profile. But the most important thing about that new online mode is going to be the World Championships. The EPEJSODION Dodgeball Official World Championships is going to work in a seasonal cycle, and everyone, including you, can become the world champion of EPEJSODION Dodgeball by advancing up in leagues and then going for the final championship tournament. But wait, didn't I fail you with one promise of an MMO? Yes, of course I did. EPEJSODION Lodge, in fact, was planned to have online multiplayer, but I failed to add this feature, and I'm very sorry for that, but I made up for it by charging you $5 instead of 10 on that early access release. Um, and the only EPEJSODION online feature in Lodge was for now is the cloud save, uh, which is way more stable than the offline save files, which for the time being are at a very bad shape. But I think that I will have another shot at MMO programming with EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships. With the EPEJSODION online database ready and more time to develop the game, this will be the one. And this time I will have my online multiplayer working. But and also there will be only dodgeball and not so many games I wanted EPEJSODION Love to have. And I know that procedural soccer was not my best game and doesn't appeal to everyone, but good games take much time. Pro did not take too much time and it was not good, you know. So let's talk more about EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships. It is not an alternative version to EPEJSODION Dodgeball Attack, Defense and Speed, so you are not buying the same game for the fourth time. While the mechanics will still mm, be the same, for the most part, I'm going to do some improvements uh, on that because it was not too perfect, But the main game mode now is not going to be EPEJSODION League with team unlocks, challenges, but this time it would be knockout-based tournaments, which will be the main game mode uh, implemented for both single-player and multiplayer mode. As opposed to attack, defense, and speed, though. Also, most teams will be available to play as against since the very beginning, so you don't have to unlock all the teams. There will still be several teams to unlock, the distribution teams in fact, but all teams from normal leagues like PZ, MLD or Nihon Dodgeball League will now be available since the very beginning. It will feature also all ADS items and add some more uh, other items for the championships. The location will the venues, the places you can play the game, the games of Dodgeball will mostly be different from ADS ones. I don't know if I will be adding uh, if I won't be adding any teams, any locations from ADS. I think that I may add one or two of them, but I'm not too sure. Uh, I want this game to be different from ADS. New cosmetic items and locations will be added on the go with new updates. This game will have regular content updates with new things being added over time. Also, connecting to EPEJSODION Dodgeball Attack, Defense and Speed will make your team stronger for online play. So this is also another feature which will make both this game and ADS uh, more useful. And the EPEJSODION online features in this game will include, finally, asynchronous online play uh, and statistics and cloud saving, just like in EPEJSODION logs. But EPEJSODION logs lacked that online play with. This time it just has to be added, and I'm not releasing championships without that online play feature. Now, I don't have any screenshots or graphical material other than the logo for EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships yet. And this game, as I said before, good games need good chunk of time, so I think that 1 year of development should be okay for this game, and EDB Championships will be released in the fourth quarter of 2022. But we are not over yet. In fact, I'm going to release one more video game. EPEJSODION Dodgeball Training. What could this game be about? Well, EPEJSODION Dodgeball Training is used to train for EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships. If you want to become the world champion, you will need to train. Practice makes perfect. EPEJSODION Dodgeball Training will feature a training area for all 182 EPEJSODION Dodgeball teams from ADS and championships, and for the players. So not only your virtual teams will get their training, but also you are going to be trained. Send your teams from ADS on training drills and train yourself in the meantime. Simple. You are training and your teams are training. If you train enough, you will even get information on your competition in EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships and take on the challenges for maximum rewards. Let's take a look at the features of EPEJSODION Dodgeball Training. EDB Training will connect to ADS in order to certify the teams. Only the certified teams can be trained in EDB Training, and of course, if not everyone has to buy ADS, and if you don't have the will to play EPEJSODION Dodgeball Attack, Defense and Speed, we will be adding another option for you. EDB Championships will be able to connect to training, of course, to retrieve the trained teams. More on that later. Maybe in devlogs on EOL. And another important feature of the new training center will be the upgrades. It can be upgraded to speed up the training process and increase your rewards. Not only that, but it can also be upgraded. It can also be redecorated. It will be fully customizable. And now the play modes. The main play mode is not going to be EPEJSODION Love and EPEJSODION League, and not the knockout tournaments from championships either. Along from the standard single or two-player matches, you will also get access to a wide array of challenges, which are also single matches, but they will have special win-lose conditions, like win with a certain score, don't get somebody beaten, get somebody beaten within certain time, which and going for these challenges may also unlock more rewards in the future. And finally, a training program with Tadeusz Sarkowski. Me! Yeah, that's right. You are going to train with me. Uh, I will be a game character. Uh, Now, of course, I am a game character. In fact, I am on the roster of 287, but still, Tadeusz Larkowski is here. And just like in EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships, the teams are not going to be unlocked with any like challenges, matches in the EPEJSODION League World map. This time they are all available to play as or against from the very beginning of your EPEJSODION Dodgeball training adventure. And as this game is going to be the training to the upcoming championships, this one is going to come out earlier, in December this year. Let's take a look at the graphical material of EPEJSODION Dodgeball training. But first, I'm back to the social media. Well, Instagram first. I've planned to upload EPEJSODION games related to a new Instagram account at Tadeusz Larkowski last year, but it didn't take off. And I think that this is not a good idea, as I do already have a personal but public account, not private one, at EPEJSODION, which not only has the name of EPEJSODION games in its name, not only it has way more followers than at Tadeusz Larkowski, but also in fact, some EPEJSODION games players actually already follow EPEJSODION, so I'm not going to upload anything on Tadeusz Larkowski. My YouTube channel is going to be way more active. It went on a hiatus in August, and EDB website and EPEJSODION Online is also getting an EDB page. Just like there is a log page, there is also a page on EPEJSODION Dodgeball Championships this time around. So go for it. Visit this webpage, and also the distributions for EPEJSODION Dodgeball Attack, Defense and Speed are going to be listed on that page, so you can finally get that 8 obscure teams if you play Attack, Defense, Speed on the correct dates. Let's take a look at some graphical material of EPEJSODION Dodgeball training. So here we are in the main menu of EPEJSODION Dodgeball training. Our next EPEJSODION Dodgeball video game. Now, I don't have too much to show you, as the production is on a very low level right now, and we have very little to show you about this game right now. However, I'm going to show you now the only thing I've added to the game, the only two things in fact. Now, we've got a different team select screen this time. I have only created data for two teams yet. The two most powerful Polska Ekstraklasa Zbijakowa teams, which are Zbijak 287 and Natalia Nowy Dwór Mazowiecki, the Polish teams. So Polish surnames. As you can see, the teams still do have their great team names, somewhat similar names, but this is not actually the same roster. Not only there is a new player, Maciej Pieprz, who was not there in um, neither the attack defense nor speed roster of Natalia, but also stats were slightly altered, like Natalia in EPEJSODION Dodgeball Training will now have 91 overall. This is one more than in EDB attack defense speed. As you can see, there is a special list of certifications for every team. A team would will have their certification upgrade level with the process of training. Now I'm going to present to you that process of training another time around, not this time, but that's actually about it for the menus, as I don't have anything more to show you right now. Uh, the last thing I want to show you is the early stage of slightly altered um, gameplay of the matches themselves. This is our earliest state of the EPEJSODION um, dodgeball match gameplay in training. Now we've got a slightly different UI this time. We have a scores. We have the scores displayed in the top section of the screen, as well as the time. Now these two colors, red and blue, are just placeholder colors and will be replaced with the team colors. Say orange for 287 or purple for Natalia. And the AI is not programmed correctly yet. While that capital offensor to the right, of course, is following the baller as intended, and the players are walking. Um, there is, as you can see, the players on my team are doing something very strange and unnatural, and we'll make sure to prevent that when preparing the game for the final release. Uh, Another good thing though is the fact that they now have an animation of picking up the ball and throwing it at our opponents. Of course, the game is still very dynamic, and I think that I'm going to just switch the player to another location around. And now, one more thing. Whenever I beat somebody, now my controls are blocked and everyone is just walking or, and they are just all blocked. But that state is made because of the transitions that were uh, visible in EPEJSODION Dodgeball ADS, uh, and they just were hiding that strange blocking uh, state. They were blocked, but they were hidden by the transition. I haven't designed a transition for training yet, but it will for sure be available in the final commercial release. And you can see that the match itself is not ready yet, and I still need to do some improvements to this version. Uh, there was also a bug which made more than one player have the ball at the same time, but um, I think maybe it was fixed. If it wasn't, I will make sure to have this bug removed before the commercial release, of course. The captain offensive that does not pick the ball automatically as well, which is another important thing, which was kind of unnatural in EDB attack defense speed. All the prophets are still here, and our capital offensive did not spawn yet, so that's not um, right. This is certainly not right, and it needs to be fixed. And we don't have any like uh, surname, uh, any name identifiers in here, like they were in EDB attack defense speeds. But as you can see, the game is even further from finished than EPEJSODION Love. So that's about it. Expect me on Instagram and EPEJSODION Online.